Yo.
Welcome to another Nerd Raw, KB Anime.
Saying Frais.
We got trolled yesterday from Sony PlayStation with the reveal of an upcoming title, and to be unexpected was The Order, a game we've already seen and known about for a while, and this revelation was underwhelming, and God, it was short as shit.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know what we're talking about, yesterday morning, Sony put out on their Twitch and Facebook that they were going to be streaming footage, unseen footage from a game, from one of their exclusive games, and they kept pumping it up all day, So finally it came, and it was The Order.
I'm not denying that the game looks decent.
Yeah, it looks good, but
don't overhype a title that people already know about. I was thinking it was going to be a rehash of an old IP or something totally brand new, but The Order?
Yeah, I was really excited.
Really?
Because the way they were pumping it up yesterday, it was kind of like, oh, they're going to show us like a little sliver of something before E3. This is good. This is nice. And it was disappointing.
And they looped it twice for like 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, it was it lasted 2 minutes. And then they played it again, and that was it. That was the end of their live stream.
I was like, all right, that's it. And then the stream cut off. Like cock tease. Like, all right, no more gameplay. If you're gonna give a presentation and overhype it all day, at least make it worth our while that 20,000 plus people was in the stream looking to see what you was gonna present, and then you give us that. That's highly disappointing. I don't necessarily agree with it. Whatever.
Yeah, honestly, you could have just waited till E3. Showed more gameplay and then actually talked more about the game.
It didn't even have to be shown.
Had the devs come in.
It could have been shown earlier this week. It could have been shown at any time.
If they were gonna do that, they could have just did that at E3, or you could have just uploaded that 2-minute footage to your YouTube channel.
It could have just came from the developers themselves as a trailer. Now you're just gonna be playing that game footage for like a couple weeks until E3 happens. Whatever. That was just a bad call on Sony's part. I didn't like it.
Yeah, it was.
I didn't like the way they presented it, just overhyped. But that's just my take on it. Sony fanboys wouldn't give a shit. They like anything Sony does. Street Fighter's Assassin's Fist debuted actually yesterday, and it was pretty good for the most part. I actually sat down and actually watched every episode, and for the most part they got it down right. It was much better than the Street Fighter movies.
Way better, way better. I don't know, Hollywood, you had 2 chances. You messed up 2 times. I don't understand that.
Oh, that's what happens.
I don't understand.
You want to cast Hollywood actors to play the roles of video game characters. It doesn't work.
The thing is, when they messed up the first time and a second chance came around to do it again, how do you mess that up twice? Yet these people, unknown, you got unknown actors and actresses, perfect.
Well, they actually probably care about the Street Fighter franchise, and they, for once, look the part.
Yeah.
Because Guile doesn't look like Jean-Claude Van Damme. Even though Guile doesn't make an appearance on here, it's just an example.
Yeah. And
Ken didn't even look like Ken in the original Street Fighter movie. He looked like Johnny Cage. There was a few things I didn't like about it, which I'll probably do a complete review of the series. Ken's arrogantness was...
It was annoying.
It was wow.
Really annoying.
He's a total douchebag. He's arrogant, he's obnoxious, he's way too competitive. Way too competitive. And he swears a lot. I never knew that Ken was this vulgar. I don't know if this was trying to appeal to an audience to make him more of a colorful character or what, because Ryu was being Ryu. He was reserved.
Yeah.
He was calm. He was respectful.
I guess they wanted to show how different they were. So I guess they were really trying to play that up. For the most part, they did their job. I
like Ken as a character in the game, just not particularly with Assassin's Fist. Now, probably the biggest upside of this whole thing is Goki, aka Akuma, who they casted amazingly well. You have to see it for yourself. This man can play Akuma if they would actually do a movie. He looked exactly like Goki. It was, man,
He was perfect.
He was huge. He could fight.
Perfect.
Man, it was wonderful. Y'all need to check that out for real.
We'll put the link in the description box below for the playlist. So all you gotta do is click the first one and it'll take you all the way through.
Yeah, man. Just watch every episode. Don't skip. Don't skip. You got the whole playlist up. Watch it from 1 to what? 13 episodes or something?
Yeah, because it was episode 0 to episode 12.
Yeah, watch the whole thing.
So watch the whole thing.
They did a good job. Watch Dogs comes out Tuesday.
Finally.
After so many setbacks and reschedules and pushbacks and all the other great stuff. Has the hype train died down? Now, I think we talked about this before.
We have. I mean, honestly, summer's about to hit, so it's probably one of the last good games we're going to get before we just get hit with that huge dry spell. So people are going to buy it. Because what else are you going to play this summer?
Wolfenstein. That just came out.
You can, but I mean...
You talking about games that can hold you up for the long run?
We're not going to get hit with any more good, hard-hitting games until the fall. You know, it's about to be summer. We always get hit with that dry spell in the summer.
Well, it's the summertime. People should be going outside anyways, not be playing video games. But in terms of you just want to play a game that's going to last you a while, probably Watch Dogs then, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, it's still gonna sell regardless. I've been liking the hype they've been having for it, like the commercial that just released, where the guy claims he puts the special thing on the people's cell phones.
Oh yeah, and then change the light and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
There's some creative advertisement to get the juices going, to get people to like Watch Dogs again. There's still that stigma that you kept pushing the game back. Ubisoft has some weird habit of doing it.
I understand they want to perfect the game though, but they showed so much game footage over like this whole span of us waiting. I feel like we've probably seen half the game already.
Probably not half, just
we've
a little
seen,
too much than we should see.
We've seen more than we should have seen, you know,
I like the element of surprise.
Yeah. Am I gonna get it day one? Probably not. I might actually wait to get this.
I mean, that's just the only one that thinks that way.
Me personally, I might actually like wait a month or two before getting it.
I'll watch a few reviews. That's probably all I'm really going to do with it. I'll just check it out. I'm not going to base my decision on getting the game on reviews. I don't think any gamer should, but that's a whole other topic. Now, this is funny.
The run of Oculus Rift is going to be at select locations at Chuck E. Cheese's, and it's supposed to start like I think at the end of this month.
That's weird.
So that is weird. I mean,
like you don't let little kids play with the Oculus Rift first.
It seems like a total waste because the game that they want to use for it is like when the kids put it on, they have to grab so many virtual tickets within a short amount of time. And that's what the Oculus Rift is being used for at Chuck E. Cheese.
This is their way of getting things started with a franchise that's been on a downward spiral for some time now. Then
I don't know.
Be my guest. I'm surprised Chuck E. Cheese even still exists.
Well, yeah, birthday parties.
Well,
or where are you gonna have your kid's birthday party at?
You have several places. You got like Dave & Buster's, which is like 10 times better than Chuck E.
But
Cheese.
I mean, because there's a bar and stuff there, most people wouldn't have their kid's birthday party there.
Well, the kids could still.
You can. There's the option.
There's still party areas that you can have a birthday party, and then they could go play games. Chuck E. Cheese is like nothing but little fucking kids. It's like adults need to go be an adult in adult areas. Like, if I want to drink, I have to get a drink at the bar in Dave & Buster's. I can't do that at Chuck E. Cheese's. I have to drink soda and eat these large pizzas with my kid, which it shouldn't be a bad thing, but you know, you can be stressful because you're dealing with a whole bunch of his friends. It's like, oh my God, I wish these kids would sit the fuck down. I need a drink.
Why would they sit down to Chuck E. Cheese? They're not even going to be at the table with you. They're going to be running around playing games.
I don't like screaming, yell, loud, running around children.
Good thing you don't have kids.
Yep. Probably never will.
The fact that it's going to be at Chuck E. Cheese, when I first saw that headline, I was thinking like, when I was little, I don't know what type of games they have at Chuck E. Cheese now, but when I was little, they had actual arcade games at Chuck E. Cheese. So if you're going to take the Oculus Rift there, just integrate it with an actual arcade game that's already set up. You know, like, that seems like that'd be more fun than just putting, like, you know, on your head. And you're just like, tickets, 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 tickets. And then the dinger rings after 20 seconds or something. And you're just like, oh, I got 500 tickets. Woo!
I'm just going to laugh. You know? There's like grown-ass men and women just going to Chuck E. Cheese to play with the Oculus Rift.
What would be the point? Like, it's not like it's a good game. It's a pretty stupid game to use the Oculus Rift for.
Not everybody's ever tried it, so it could be a prime opportunity for someone to try it for the first time. We've used it.
Yeah, we've used it a couple times. It's pretty cool.
Interesting. Chuck E. Cheese. It's good for y'all, man. Good for y'all. Hopefully it sings your franchise. All right, that's it for Nerd Raw. If you have any questions or comments about any of the topics that we already talked about, just leave them in the comment section below. Make sure to come to Nerds with Passports YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button in the top right-hand corner of your screen.
Because we do a lot of things over there, man. Yeah. We do more than Nerd Raw and Countdown. Everything's in the description box below.
Yeah, man, just come check us out. See you next Saturday.